Hello and welcome to the Asteroid Belt. This is the seventh. This is the last week and last day of the Asteroid Belt tournament. We are almost the red planet of opportunity. We have Cat, Silver Citadel, PB Head, and SophV for this match. I'm Lahi, and casting with me is Threat Penguin.
Yeah,
Anything you see
we
on
have
the map?
an interesting map here. Like all the good iron is in the north side. Like you can't really be on the southern side of this map at all. So expect people to gather mostly in the northeast. So you could work an elite, you could probably work an expansive. You could work a scientist too, like just iron on the water. Lots of like steel and life support opportunities in the north. And the first
PB's found with nice ice access. However, I don't like this steel start. Food is double, steel is half. I think the better start would have been triple farm start for both of the scientific.
Yeah, that's a really good point. You can just sell some food and buy the steel.
Yeah.
It was cheap. We have Cat with the instant HQ2 upgrade because she started with some cash from waiting too long. Not too long, for waiting long.
And the steel being cheap and elite having cheaper upgrade also helps with that.
I don't think she claimed an iron here. I guess she can wait.
Yeah, at this price, I think she's better off making greenhouse farm as soon as she can. I guess the steel mills are stepping stone for that.
I think she forgot to claim iron actually, because she's making steel.
Oh yeah.
Wait. Oh no, wait. The steel might be protected. Yeah, the steel is probably still protected. She wants the one next to silver.
Oh, she has a claim now too.
Yeah.
SophV followed by the last found expensive on a little iron patch. However, this will be enough to support triple steel mill. However, she will have to struggle until she gets some money-making resources up, because at this configuration she will not be able to buy steel. This chip steel, taking advantage of this chip steel will be the key in solving the HQ2 throughout the game.
Yeah. And because the scientist went into steel, steel is still really cheap. PB was the first scientist to hit HQ2, and he did go into farms then, and he will get some really nice profits there. Cat choosing to go into glass. Remember that it was a glass colony.
Glass is also a good choice.
Yeah, so emerging markets is glass and power, I think, and the current best market is probably food. You can see
I imagine that Cat will scrap those steel mills as soon as she gets the glass money and enough to buy double greenhouse farm.
Yeah, that's reasonable. She has the high water already. We see AG is actually very cramped here. Silver is very cramped here.
Yeah.
And she chooses to go for remote farms. And that could be susceptible to some filthy pirates. We'll see what happens with that.
I like that SophV has gone into double solar condenser and double greenhouse farm, which will boost her upgrade into HQ3.
Me too.
However, because everyone except for Cat is now producing food, this food money is going to diminish fast.
I would like to see someone buy some carbon while it's really cheap. So you have the option of wind turbines?
Yeah, the next rising market is power, and having this cheap carbon will help greatly with that.
Yeah, PB Head is in 2 solar panels. I guess Cat sold it cheap, because he paid very little for that.
Yeah.
And yeah, both PB and Cat goes to HQ3 at the same time. They don't have much money to place buildings though. And we have an extra claim auction. SophV really wants an extra claim here. Note that there are also claims on the market. We can do a quick check to see who prioritizes them. So everyone has one except SophV. And yeah, I like that. Like the claims get spread around. Cat goes into farms. They're still good, even with the 2 scientists. Actually, literally everyone is in farms now, but probably still a good idea. And SophV attacks silver. That's reasonable, I guess. She does have farms of her own, and that makes this a good market for longer.
The thing is that there are 3 or 4 food producer, so EMPing one scientist doesn't really help SophV's food money much. However, it does help her a little, along with other scientists and elites.
Yeah. I would probably hit the cat's food, the elite's food, but that's just because like I'm biased against elites, you know.
One thing to point out now is that although PB has found it first, because PB was the first in power, PB is now 17K debt, which is the smallest amount among all the other founders.
Yeah. So one thing, like we said earlier, we wanted to see farms from the scientists. One thing that would have meant also is that they would not have this much debt because they barely use any power at all. Yeah. We see Cat gooning and placing the first pleasure dome of the game. And note that there are pirates on the market, and she will have to ship chemicals there. So it could be an opportunity to pirate some chems, although chems aren't too expensive right now. PB is first to HQ4 and goes into the, basically the one thing he's best at as a scientist on ice. He goes into more life support, this time reactors. The reactors should be pretty good here.
Yeah. Looks like PB has claimed 2 silicon tiles, which I imagine is going to be double glass kiln.
So everyone's base except PB's is now EMP'd, following an EMP on PB's goon. So PB will really like this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a scientist can gather the water from ice if they want to. Because he doesn't need any water to run these.
They like the claim, however, they know how to save the claim by not claiming those primary resources if their founding spots enable them to do so.
So yeah, I really like these reactors right now. For some reason, fuel got expensive. Are people shipping? I guess Cat is shipping water a fair amount.
Yeah, Cat is shipping a lot. Other than Cat, no one is really shipping.
Yeah. PB takes the claim auction for 24K. Let's take a quick look again at the early claim bots. So Cat has 2, PB 1, Silver 1, SophV 0.
PB just bought a goon and placed it on electrolysis reactor and greenhouse farm. However, PB is now building a pattern lab, so it might be exposed to further attacks from others, like dynamites and EMPs are both good target, but good black market to use on the pattern lab.
Yeah, and there are even spies, so people can know that it's not goon if they're cautious. And he could have hologrammed it too. I think he should have protected it.
Yeah.
Cat doing the same thing, going into a pattern lab, but she goons her pattern lab.
I guess the goon placement was good.
Yeah.
Cat also hit the pattern lab, and now PB gooned the pattern lab.
Nice one. And PB retaliating to SophV, because he knows who hit him and he just wants revenge. I think maybe an EMP on Cat would have been better, so she doesn't take your patents from you, but we'll see.
Cat EMP'd PB's goon, and then PB attacked SophV's reactors. I guess
it was SophV. SophV attacked PB.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Sorry.
So power is still actually going pretty strong here, I guess, with all the EMPs and these solar panels. Silver Citadel is the one who is making power money. Oh, and I like that they transitioned out of steel into reactors when they were a good market.
Yeah.
These iron tiles are also on ice, so we can do that fine. And PB gets teleportation. Very nice patent for a scientist.
Silver is transitioning, now claiming triple carbon tiles and getting a line of chemical refiners up, which will be a good next market. Chemical prices rising because of all the patents. And this is about the time when people start optimizing. So this will be a very good choice from Silver.
Yeah. We see PB Head putting a spy on Cat's patent lab so we can know which patents to avoid. And PB is going for thinking machines, while Cat is going for nanotechnology. And they both should be able to get the ones they want. Thinking machines are usually associated with off-worlds, and off-world prices are okay.
I think nanotechnology would have been better for PB head, though.
I usually like that one.
Machine...
I'm not sure about it as a scientist, though. Doesn't he just want to stay in life support?
That is true.
It's something to consider.
Yeah.
And yeah, so PB got teleportation. He has remote glass kilns in remote chem refineries. So he's in a lot of markets right now. And as long as they don't crash, he should be making a lot of money.
Securing teleportation will be very good, because PB will need to ship a lot of glass, chemical refinery, and potentially electronics. Yeah, electronics.
Oh, is he making electronics because he started hacking it?
Yeah, PB has transitioned the aluminum mine into electronics.
Ah, a nice one.
I'd like to see optimizations from PB head, like HQ5s and HQ4 from Elite.
I think PB might want carbon scrubbing with remote electronics. Or maybe he hopes that someone will sell him carbon. I don't think anyone's actually collecting carbon, though. Yeah, nobody in this game is collecting carbon. So carbon price will rise as long as these electronics factories are running. And Cat's going for a majority buy on PB. What do you think about this?
PB does have enough to protect themselves. However, Cat does have a chance to buy out PB head if PB head...
It needs to cancel optimization center.
So, right. This is a beneficial move from Cat, even though she knew that PB had enough cash to buy out PB stock, because for PB to defend themselves, PB has to cancel out the building and optimizations, patterns, and everything. This will set PB's progress a bit back. And if PB doesn't, Cat has a sub.
Yeah, exactly. And we can see Cat even scrapped, she got nanotechnology, she scrapped her buildings to be able to afford that last bit. And PB did not cancel his patent, did not cancel the construction of his optimization center. Even though he could have defended, he didn't manage to find the money in time. And Cat, this is an amazing sub. Like, teleportation scientist will always make a good sub.
So very nice identification of the window of opportunity from Cat. Now secured a very strong target out of the game.
Definitely. So Silver and Cat have no really advanced buildings going for them. SophV making the first optimization center between them, and choosing to optimize power.
Just looking at the second majority buyout, I think she can do it actually, because Silver might have had enough money to protect themselves before Cat started buying. However, because Cat has started buying, Silver's stock price has started rising, and Silver was not earning that much at that point.
Yeah, I think he could do this if he ships everything in, and he does that. He does a manual ship. Yeah, he should have enough. Very nice identification from Silver that he can ship his remote life support.
Yeah, very well done. It is easy to miss that there are something remote. And lose the majority buyout again. However, Silver managed it very well.
Yeah. And Cat instead sells out and takes the HQ5 upgrade. She still has like solid patents, solid sub. She should probably look into getting into optimizations here. And yeah, that's what she decides to. Looking good.
This is also a very good timing to start optimizing, because look at this chemical price, it's 82.
Oh wow.
We can queue a perfect and not make a dent.
Yeah, I can. And I want to bring up the PB head stock is giving you $120 a second in return right now. So for Cat, she should probably keep buying into PB here.
Yeah.
Whilst
for other players, for the other players, as soon as they secure a strong stream of income, they should start looking at buying the PB head if they want to go for a long game. However, it's difficult to do so when their opponent is Elite, which is by nature good at long game.
Yeah. And I think I prefer upgrading to HQ5 before I buy in. I'm not sure. Cat has a really solid lead right now.
Yeah.
And places some pirates
Also,
to get camps.
Look at this power situation. Cat with the superconductor will have good opportunity to make use of these power prices. Other players are also getting into a lot of power. So
yeah.
I'm not sure
is optimizing it and going into another geo plant here. And we actually see a short circuit at the colony, further increasing the power price. I think you can commit harder now to solar panels, even though silicon costs $240.
This is a time when the nanotechnology shines. Even though you have to invest a lot in silicon, you can take it back after this power is crashed down.
Yeah. And I'm not sure where Cat's debt started. She has paid down a lot already. Not that it says she's in AA, but she has bought a lot of cooked books. She's actually in quite a bit of debt for her bond rating. And Cat gets a claim auction for 9k.
That is very cheap.
Yeah. And here we see the strength of the superconductor nanotechnology. As soon as she can invest so much in silicon and get it all back instantly.
I noticed an interesting black magic tile from Silver Citadel. There's a lone reactor next to the farms.
Yeah, and a lone glass kiln nearby too. Yeah.
So these tiles, it is easy to miss some of these tiles while transitioning, and there are a lot of things to do. However, this is losing out on efficiency of the tiles, so it would be better to swap out of the farms from the hill, make them into reactors, and make the reactor under the hill.
I agree. I want to point out that there's actually no more silicon tiles to claim on this map. PB Head and Cat has them all. Could still claim Slant Drilling, I guess, but yeah, at this point Cat has a buy on silver and she's making a lot of money here.
Yeah, it will be too late to make a pattern play and win. Yeah. However, it will be necessary as the game goes longer.
So yeah, Cat should finish this buy. And yeah, SophV does have an offer, but she should not be able to. Yeah, she concedes. And Cat plays the game. Yeah, I was really impressed by Cat's identification that she get a majority buy on PB Head. And PB Head was her main opponent this game. Takes him out of the game, gets a really good subsidiary, and runs away with the game.
Congratulations to Cosmic Circus and Cat.
Yeah, well played.